Hi everyone, my name is Vikas Bandaru. I'm working as assistant professor in Vidyajyoti Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Our current topic is some examples on loops in C. This is a continuation to our previous presentation on loops in C, where we have discussed on what are different types of loops available in C, as well as the syntax of each loop in C. Let us take this example where the question asks to print this output. As we can see, this do as the output, and we have to write a program for printing this output. So let us analyze the problem and try to find whether we can find a pattern in this problem. Finding patterns is a good approach in solving mathematical or computational problems. So this is a sample output example given to us, and based on this we can see that whenever some value of n uh, is given, based on that the output should be reflected. So basically there is a relation between this value of n and the output. So when n is 0, this is what we can see, and when n is 1, this is what we can see, and when n is 2, this should be the output. So based on these three outputs, we can realize something here, that there is a repetition of a word, and the repetition of the word that we see is do, be. So there is a word called do, be, and this is getting repeated the number of times of this particular variable n. So if there is n equal to 0, there is no do, be. If there is n equal to 1, there is one iteration of do, be. If n is equal to 2, we can see that there are two iterations of do, be. So in the same way, if n is equal to 3, there will be do, be, do, be, do, be. That is three iterations of do, be when n is equal to 3. So in our case, we have to write a program in such a way that when n is equal to 3 is given, this should be the output, and based on the n's value, the output should change. We can also observe here that there is a common word among the output. There is a do here, there is a do here, and there is a do here. So there is a common word do in all the outputs. Next, so let us, based on the previous analysis of the program, let us try to write an algorithm for this problem. The first thing we need is there is a single do in each case of the problem. So we need at least one print statement. There is at least one print statement which prints a do. So there will be another print statement called this do, be, which will repeat for n times. This is the algorithm that we have just developed for solving this problem. So here we have to basically print a single statement which prints do, as well as we have to repeat this do, be a word called to be for n number of times. And for this, let us write a program. Let us try to develop a program. The equivalent statement for printing this statement in C is this. And for loop, we are going to use a loop called for loop that we have seen previously. The syntax for loop is something like this. And the statement that we have to repeat in this loop is this. So basically, for this loop to work properly, we need two variables. One is the starting position and another one is the ending position. So here n is equivalent to the value that we will be receiving as input. So basically we need two different variables here, int I and n. N should be some value. In our case, let us say 3. Because we need 3 repetitions of this word called do be. Once, twice, and thrice. We need 3 repetitions of this. So we are having n is equal to 3 initialized. So the loop will start from I equal to 1 and it will check, it will print once, then it will be incremented to 2 and then it will print twice, and then it will be incremented to 3, it will print thrice, and once this is incremented to 4 and 4 less than or equal to 3 does not get satisfied, so it will just basically come out. Let's move on to the next slide where we can see the full program. As you can see, the full program developed in C language using the previous algorithm, previous program logic that we have seen. Okay, so let us try to execute this program and see whether we are getting the exact result that we are expecting. This is the same program that we have seen in our presentation. This we are going to execute here and let us check whether it gives the same result that we are expecting. Let us give the value 3, and yeah, there is a problem in this output. As you can see, we have achieved the do be thrice, that is fine, but we don't have do here but rather here. So guess what? The problem with this particular program is that we are getting a result which is not what we want. Okay, so based on this, what we realize is the order of the steps is also important. Writing this statement after for loop might give you the result that we are expecting. So let us shift the order of the program and let us see whether it gives us the result that we are expecting. So this goes like this. This we are having do be, and do the exact output that we have been expecting. See, the output is the expected output is this and the resultant output is this, so we are getting the result that we are expecting. So the actual code for the program should be this. We need to print this to after loop, not before loop.